The Great Barrier Reef, Australia's largest coral reef ecosystem. Found on the coast of Queensland in northeast Australia, it consists of more than 2,900 individual reefs extending over 2,300 kilometres, and its extraordinary biodiversity makes it one of the most complex natural systems on Earth. Their high productivity within these otherwise unproductive waters makes coral reefs critical to the survival of tropical marine ecosystems and hence of the local people. The elimination of coral reefs would have dire consequences. Coral reefs represent crucial sources of income and resources through their role in tourism, fishing, building materials, coastal protection, as well as the discovery of new drugs and biochemicals. Coral reefs also protect coastlines from storm damage, erosion and flooding by reducing wave action across tropical coastlines. The protection offered by coral reefs also enables the formation of associated ecosystems such as seagrass beds and mangroves, which allow for the formation of essential habitats for fisheries and livelihoods. Therefore, it is important to maintain a healthy and diverse Great Barrier Reef ecosystem so it can better withstand, recover, and adapt to impacts and stress. You see, coral reef ecosystems are one of the most threatened on Earth, and stress can result in coral bleaching, a major threat to coral reefs around the world, including our own Great Barrier Reef. The corals get their colour from a special symbiotic relationship with a tiny marine alga called zooxanthellae. The algae live inside the coral's tissue and provide up to 90% of the energy corals need to grow and reproduce. When this relationship is broken down, the coral loses its colour and its white skeleton appears. The main cause of coral bleaching is heat stress resulting from high sea temperatures. Temperature increases of only 1 degree Celsius for only 4 weeks can trigger bleaching events. If conditions return to normal within a short amount of time, it is possible that some of the zooxanthellae will return to the coral. However, if these temperatures persist for long periods of 8 weeks or more, the corals will begin to die. Other stress factors can also cause bleaching, including freshwater inundation, which leads to low salinity, and poor water quality from sediment or pollutant runoff. Coral bleaching is not something discovered the last couple of years. It is the main reason for the decline in average coral cover within the Great Barrier Reef since 1994, and bleaching has been linked to rising sea temperatures from as early as 1987. The Great Barrier Reef has experienced several mass bleaching events.
The summer of 1997 to 1998 was one of the hottest recorded on the reef in the 20th century. Surveys by scientists showed that 74% of inshore and 21% of offshore reefs had moderate to high level bleaching. Luckily, most reefs were able to fully recover.
In 2002, we saw a more severe bleaching event than in 1997-1998. The world's most comprehensive survey of coral bleaching so far was implemented and revealed that nearly 72% of inshore and 41% of offshore reefs had moderate to high levels of bleaching.
In January and February 2006, there was a bleaching event in the southern reef, especially around Keppel Island. Even though this event was restricted to the area, the degree of coral bleaching was worse than seen before. On some reefs, up to 98% of the corals bleached.
2 and 5 years later, during the summers of 2007 to 2008 and 2010 to 2011, there were extremely high amounts of rainfall in Queensland. This led to flooding and large amounts of freshwater ended up on nearshore reefs. The result was freshwater bleaching.
2016, a year breaking record. The Great Barrier Reef experienced record warm sea surface temperatures between February and May, leading to the most widespread and severe bleaching event ever seen on the reef. The bleaching was most widespread and severe in the far northern management area, between Cape York and Port Douglas, and the impacts from this event is still unfolding.
And in 2017, the first time in recorded history of a bleaching event occurring 2 years in a row.
Climate change is one of the greatest threats to the long-term health of the Great Barrier Reef. Climate change is the global or regional change in climate patterns, attributed largely to increased levels of atmospheric carbon dioxide. Impacts such as rising sea temperatures and levels, ocean acidification, as well as storms and rainfall all threaten coral survival. However, most evidence indicates that elevated temperature is the cause of mass bleaching events. So what has been done to help combat these problems? Starting in 1972, the Australian government has been funding research projects within the Great Barrier Reef, and 1975 saw the formation of the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority. The Marine Park Authority oversees all activities that take place within the reef, working together with various stakeholders to develop policies and legislations to conserve and protect the coral and biodiversity we have left. Introduction of zoning plans and controls for coastal development are two such examples of outcomes that have been implemented with success, allowing for public access to use the area while still achieving conservation goals. In 2009, the federal and Queensland state government formed the Great Barrier Reef Intergovernmental Agreement, designed to enhance coordinated, collaborative approaches within the reef. This is reflective of the adaptive management required for successful conservation to occur. So while steps have been taken in the right direction locally, coral bleaching remains a complicated issue that requires a united global approach to achieve any improvement to the current situation.
As part of its Reef Health Incident Response System, the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority has a coral bleaching response plan for detecting and responding to coral bleaching on the Great Barrier Reef. This includes Bleach Watch professionals and Bleach Watch community, an important source of information, and as well as a community outreach, so you too can get involved.
The Ocean Agency, in partnership with Caley, Google, and the scientists at the University of Queensland and NOAA, have been responding to the bleaching event since it started in late 2014. Using specially developed cameras, they are the only ones set up to chase the event, dispatching teams on a global basis to visually record it. The unique 360-degree imagery they have produced is for the first time revealing the true scale of global bleaching event to the world.
And the Australian Institute of Marine Science. They're developing new and more sophisticated models for predicting bleaching threats and corals' potential to recover and adapt to new climatic conditions. These models are based on their studies of the relationships between environmental conditions, coral health, and past bleaching events.
If you visit the Great Barrier Reef, you can help out by contributing to the Eye on the Reef program. This is an assessment program which enables anyone who visits the Great Barrier Reef to contribute to its long-term protection by collecting valuable information about reef health, marine animals, and incidents. Everyone's contribution is welcome from any skill or commitment level. The easiest way to help is to simply download the app and share any photos you've taken of the Great Barrier Reef. These may include particular coral species, wildlife, or special events like bleaching or spawning. But more importantly, there are many simple things that you can do every day that help play a role in saving our coral reefs. Here's how you can do your bit to keep it great.
At home, recycle as well as buying food and products with minimal or no packaging. Conserve water and use environmentally friendly cleaners. Use reusable shopping bags. Open windows and catch the breeze rather than using an air conditioner.
At work, recycle and save paper. Take your own coffee mug instead of using polystyrene cups. Save energy. Turn off what is not in use.
At your school, encourage recycling and revegetation programs. Hold cleanup days, form an environmental committee to try and make your school more sustainable. Remember to dispose of rubbish thoughtfully and clean up around you. Become a social activist by signing petitions and sharing online. Yes, they really do work. We can make the world a better place, one petition at a time.
As Helen Keller put it, alone we can do so little.
Together we can do so much.